Okay. Good afternoon. Hello, Shane. Welcome to the stream today. And good afternoon to everyone who can make it to the stream today. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm late by 1 minute. My goodness. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the stream. All right, so I did some work on this over the weekend, and I'm excited at where she's at right now. I don't know if you guys can see the whole thing, but this is where we're at with Hellwitch. Figuring out the windows was such a pain. Anyway, it was really, really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully it's correct. There are some things I just eyed up because doing all the figuring of all of it, it was gonna take hours to figure it out perfectly and mathematically, and so I just kind of wung it. But on the rest, it's actually all gridded out. So I did the full grid. It's over in my scanner. Bummer. Anyway. So what I'm going to do with this one is, on this one, she's going to have her risque outfit. So risque still just means she's wearing a top. Any bits will be put on digitally. I don't generally draw them on here, especially not on Twitch. Usually it just means that she's wearing a sheer top. So she'll just have a top on here, and I'll put the rest on the computer. But anyway, this is where I'm at right now. And she is flying through a stained glass window. So you can see part of her wings right here through this stained glass window. And then she's crashing through this one right here. So some of this will be broken off. But then the rest of the glass is, I'm going to do it on a patch, which means I'm going to do it on a separate piece of paper. So I just drew this on a layer on the computer, copying my sketch that I'd already drawn in. And this is going to be the crashing glass. The reason why I'm doing it on a separate piece of paper is because glass is somewhat see-through. I want to be able to have the art underneath, and I want to put a motion blur on the glass that's flying forward towards us, and that will be really tricky to try to cut it all out from the main artwork. So that's why I'm going to put it on a layer. Hello, Snow and Kara. I'm glad you could make it, hun. So she is going to have... Hellwitch has like a green, think a really bright lime green energy that comes out of her hands. So that's why I've got her hands. This one down here is like a claw. This one up here is just kind of, again, like a claw, but backwards and not quite as bent because it looked funny with the way that she's flying through. And I intentionally have her going elbow first because that will protect her face a little bit more since she just crashed through a glass window. So I figured elbow first would be a little bit more realistic, even though her entire body is exposed and it's not like she's covering her face, which I think you would do if you were gonna voluntarily fly through a stained glass window. Oh, wow, you're mad that you missed the earthquakes? Oh, my God. Hello, Will. Okay, so everything is pretty much worked out. This one, I've got to move the window over. So in my sketch, I'll show you guys, the window is a little bit too close to the one before it. Anyway, here you can see in my sketch. So I drew out all of the lines, like the perspective lines. But this one, I think, is either too far over or too close in something. So all I'm going to do is just shift the piece of paper to get the stained glass window in the right place. But everything else is in. And as soon as I'm done drawing the rest of her outfit, I'm going to start in on the inks. So it's going to be fun. Hello, Mr. E. So my plan for her actual main outfit, because my assignment was to give her, to make up an outfit for her. Now, Hellwitch does have her standard outfit. But for this one, I got an assignment to give her a different outfit. And so my inspiration for it, and I wrote Brian and told him this. Hello, Hoodlum. I wrote Brian and told him this was what I was kind of going for. And I'm like, I don't expect this to make any sense to you at all. But I'm like, it's think Black Swan meets death metal on a rage spree. So I've got like a little jacket I can show you guys. So it's kind of like black metal feathers as a little jacket. Let's see if you guys can see it. So yeah, there it is. So this is going to be all metal spikes, and then here it's think like wings kind of folding under her bra like a little crop jacket. And it's all going to be black metal. And then here is spikes, and then she's going to have some like shoulder feathery spike thingies. So they will have the appearance of feathers, but will be metal. And that's my plan for her top on the main version, but it's gonna get in the way of the art here. As such, I'm making this one the bra topped version, and I'll put the jacket on the patch. Hello, Sheldon. I'm so glad you could make it. All right, and then here, because she's crashing through this stained glass window, I do have some glass that's gonna still be intact. Like, you know, not everything just explodes when someone runs through a window. I'd imagine that some pieces will still be stuck into the frame. So I've got a portion of the stained glass window design still drawn in here because I'm going to cut into it and I want to have the right pieces there. So so I'm still working on the glass there, but here I've drawn some of the upside down cross / sword. You can see it however you feel like seeing it. And so I've got, she's going to have like tendons showing on her hand because she's like, you know, her arm is tensed and she's forming a claw with her hand and there's energy power coming off of the fingers. So I want that hand to show a lot of tension. And then I'm giving her flat-soled shoes. And the reason why I'm giving her flat-soled shoes is because I don't have to make her outfit exactly the way it always is. I was assigned to give her a different outfit. As such, I'm going to take said liberty. And if I put a heel on this, it's going to look like she's poking herself in the butt. And I'm just not trying to do that. Yeah, she's wearing like thigh-high flat boots. I'm telling you, I'm a girl and I know. For starters, okay, I wouldn't, like, a bra and panty outfit would not be my choice to fly through a stained glass window. I don't think I would do that. But again, this is comic art and we can take those kind of liberties. So I 100% would like to draw her in a bra and panty outfit. But I would never run or fly in heels. Just no. Not happening. And I think it looks a little better. Heels look amazing when you're standing. Heels look a little not amazing when your feet are up or when you're like sitting or anything like that, they're not as nice looking, in my opinion. So I'm not going to give her heels. I tried it. It doesn't look good. And it's not because I don't know how to draw it. It's because it genuinely doesn't look good. You did 7 days. I'm so sorry, Sheldon. Okay, so here she's going to have like knee pad style protectors. And then I'm going to draw this in. She's going to have like a kind of, think almost rib cagey looking metal coming off the front of her shoe and wrapping around her leg a little bit. So I need to make sure that it's following the proper perspective. Like I've talked about, you put rings down on a body, on an arm, to make sure that you're giving it the right roundness that it should have in the proper perspective. So here they would all be going this way, and then they'll start to turn, and then like so. So I'm gonna make them kind of like cloth almost, but then it's just got these like metal connector bits. So see, I rounded it too much right there. Think like your spine, or yeah, a fucking rib cage. It's probably the closest thing to it. And then here it would be the same. We're seeing the kind of the top side of her knee, but then from it we're also seeing the inside of this knee pad dealio that's on her knees. You know what? I'm not thinking to show any damage on her body. I've given it a lot of thought, and she's such a powerful character, and she's not human. So as such, I don't think that there would be any damage on her body. I thought about giving her cuts and stuff like that, but then that denotes humanity, and I don't necessarily want to do that here. She's pretty much unscathed by the fact that she just flew through a glass window. Okay, I don't like this. You see how they both meet up right at the same spot? That is not good. So I'm going to bring up her boots. I can't control where her calf is, because then I'm going to either make it too big or too small, neither of which I want to do. But I can control the height of her boots. So let's just make her boots really high, or a little lower. Which one do I want? Yeah, actually, I'm going to make her boots a little lower. Show a little bit more thigh. Oh, hello, Juan. It was nice to meet you, too. All right, so there we go. I've got her boots right about there, the top of her boot, and then her calf part is going up a little higher behind because here is her calf, and we are seeing her thigh and calf connection here a little bit from slightly underneath, and so it would work a little better like this than me having them meeting up at the exact same point. And then the same thing here. This is part of her back leg, and so this is skin, and this is the back of her calf that has boots on it. So I am running a little bit behind schedule right now, so I'm trying to kind of catch up a little bit. I need to be done with this, with the line art of this tomorrow. So I'm going to try to kind of go through it a little bit quicker, not at the expense of the art. In my opinion, art takes what it takes. And if, you choose something that's complicated like this, then you just work longer and a little harder to get it done. Some covers are finished really quick. Some like this, the background, I'm trying to push myself on. So yeah, this has been a learning experience. And as such, it is taking longer than normal, but that's fine. Again, like I said, it's all about the finished product and getting that as perfect as I possibly can. So, I am, though, still making a mad dash for trying to wrap it up by tomorrow. So after this, I have the stained glass window patch to do, and all the broken glass, and then her main outfit. But I'm not making her outfits as complicated. This is a very busy cover. And as such, I don't want to kill it with just too much information. So I'm gonna take it a little easier on her clothes. Well, I have an idea in my head from her boots, Craig, but sure, I'll take a look. Oh yeah, those are cool. Hello, Mark. Hi, River Dragon. Alright, so I'm going to put something here. I'm happy with this part back here, where it curves around her back and crisscrosses right there on the side. All right. So I'm gonna have here on her boot, we start to see a little bit of the top of her foot. Not a ton, but because it does rotate slightly, this would turn as well. Iron, Juan, it really depends. Sometimes the publisher has a lot of time. Other times I get an assignment and I have 4 days to finish it. It just really depends on the printing schedule and when I got the cover assignment. But for the majority of my work, I am planned. It depends, like I said. But in my case, I will pretty much know my work by the beginning of every year. I'm pretty much booked for the entire year because I have certain publishers that I do, X amount of covers for per year. I have Divinica that I do interiors for, and so all of those ones kind of fill up the main chunks, and then I'll have a few slots that, I've told someone in person that I would take a cover for them, so I kind of have that time earmarked. So I pretty much have everything scheduled. So I schedule myself a certain amount of time for the cover, and then sometimes it's really handy. I'll be like, okay, well, these are the slots that I have available. You can pick one of those. It really depends. Hello, Atomic Tizzle. Hello, DC. Alright, so I'm going to actually make it pretty solid metal here down to her ankles, and then it's going to come to a point here. And then it goes back to the base of her shoe, which will pretty much be cloth or leather. Okay. Get something. You're welcome, Juan. Alright, so then in the back here, it would be the same thing. And at around this point, it goes to the solid boot. Sorry guys, still have a cold. I'll have to get up and leave every so often. No, actually, I don't have a con cold. I have just a, whatever cold was going around here. Okay, I think right around here we would start seeing her skin on the back leg. Okay, and then this will be all dark. I'll just make that dark so that we know it's the underside of her knee pad. Maybe I'll even put a few little rips in her clothes. That actually might look kind of good. Put some breaks and tears in the leather of her shoes. Ooh, yes. I will do that. Thank you so much, Mr. E. Alright, so for her necklace, I'm going to give her the same necklace that she's going to have here will be on the main version as well. And I kind of just made it all super duper spiky, so let's get that in there. And then we'd start seeing it almost facing us because of how her body is turning. And then this side, it would be facing outward. There we go. So she has a piercing going through the bridge of her nose right here. She has 2 spiked piercings going over her right eye. And then she has a lip piercing. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mystery. Sheldon, I use a... if you go to my main page, you'll be able to see like a list of what I use. But right now I'm using an Alvin Draft Tech pencil and 0.3 millimeter HB lead is what I like to use. All right, time to finish this up on her neck. So she's gonna have a pretty decent shadow going on right here because in my opinion, most of the light is gonna be back here from outside. Generally, cathedrals are not very well lit. So I'm figuring that she's jumping in on something that's pretty dark in here. And a lot of the light is gonna be from back there, meaning that there would be a shadow on her neck right here, like that. Just turning up the light a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see a little better. And then, of course, once I start inking, you'll be able to see better, too. Here, I'll zoom it in a tiny bit. So that's her face. I still need to do her hand right here. Her other hand up above is kind of like a claw. Now bear in mind her fingers are quite long because she wears, you know, full nail cover, like finger covers. So think like a ring, but like a full finger armor dealio. So that's why her fingers are so long. Oh, no worries, Mark. Thank you. So I've got her with some pretty freaky deaky looking spikes, which I think is appropriate for her character. And generally she does have a necklace that's kind of spike-like. It's a little bit more like, you know, a hunter with like a big beast's teeth on her. So in this one I'm going to make them actual metal spikes. Oh, wow. 5 pages. That's intense, Snow. Have fun drawing. And then I'm just giving her like leather strip style choker on here as well. Hello, Juan. All right, so I was trying to show that she's like moving that way and stuff, so I made this spike go down just to give it a little bit more realism, but honestly, it kind of, sometimes it just looks better to make it fit properly and just everything matches. And so it was kind of tweaking out my eye, so I moved it. All right, I'm going to be right back, guys. The cold prevails. Hello, DC Sanders. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm going to run up and leave every so often when I have to take care of my cold. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. We've got the necklace in. I'm not going to draw any of the rest of her outfit besides this, because this is going to be the risque patch, basically. And then her other outfit I have planned, and it's going to be black metal feather crop jacket. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Snow. Yeah, exactly. Paid for by Kleenex. It's the worst, man. So embarrassing. So for anyone who doesn't know, Hellwitch is a character created by Brian Pulido, and I am working on a cover for Coffin Comics. And this one, Brian gave me permission to live stream today. Whoop whoop! And also, he challenged me to show her. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna get my sketch because I wrote it down. Okay, I'm supposed to show her angry, aggressive, passionate personality. So that's what I'm working on right now. No, ew, no Kleenex. Guys, yuck. I try very hard to be a pristine princess, no matter how much I love to rock the metal and be hardcore. No, there are certain pristine princess lines that are not crossed. Yes, I know. Also known as Death by Snoo Snoo. So I did a one design for a stained glass window. I actually drew 4 on here and I didn't like any of them. And so then I settled on this one. This was an outfit design that we did on the last stream. I think it was on Thursday. In the end, it wasn't really meshing with me. It didn't feel Hellwitch enough for me. And as such, I came up with the Black Swan on a death metal rampage kind of look. So that's where I'm going more. Oh my God, no. So anyway, and then this is some of the glass shatters. And I've got her wing coming out so we can actually see it out here on this corner. Now, granted, on this corner, Brian let me know that this is where the Hellwitch logo is going to be. So he said it's going to be small in the upper right-hand corner. So most of this is kind of dead space left for the title of the book, which is going to go right here. So anyway, that's what's happening, but at least there is some of her wing that we're going to see as a shadow in the through the stained glass window, which I don't know why. I've really honed in on that, and I think it's so cool. Hello, Philip. All right, my Twitch has frozen. I hope no one else's has. It's a bummer. So this is all the perspective lines that we got in on the last stream. And of course, she's a lot more clearly shown here. Right now, the lines are very light. And as you can see, I zoomed way in. The bigger you make the character on the cover, the better it is. Your Twitch is off and on. I'm sorry. I'm glad it didn't freeze for you, Painted Dreams. And hi! So a lot of these comments didn't come in when mine was frozen. Thank you, Mr. E. I'm so glad you think it looks badass. Yay! All right. So this hand right here on the top and this foot down here at the bottom are just in the safety zone. Anything beyond that could potentially be cut off, which is why I draw extra. So I have this all worked out, and pretty much in just right about now, we're going to start doing all of the inking. Just finishing up a few little things. So this I want to be blacked in. This is going to be blacked in. And these will be blacked in. X means black. So I've just got those X'd in. Now I just want to draw in some of the glass that's going to be remaining. And I looked at a lot of stained glass windows, and the way that the base of the window is handled is really cool. It's on a slant. It isn't like coming straight out. The base of it is on a pretty intense slant. So I've got that slant right here going down, and then the stained glass window ends right there. So she has pretty much crashed up the whole window for sure. But I will show a few little pieces that are still connected to the frame. Thank you, Mr. E. This is a big challenge for me. Oh my God. This is scary. Alright, so here we would have part of the base of the cross coming down. And then, actually right here would be part of the stained glass window, not the cross. I'm going to see that. Okay. Painted Dreams, it came out just after C2E2. Thank you for getting the first two, but it came out, yeah, like, well, about 2 or 3 months after C2E2. So it just launched like a month or two ago. That's awesome, DC. All right, so even though her hand is kind of going right over the back wing, we're not really going to see a ton of it because right here is going to be her hand glow thing that's happening. Thank you, Painted Dreams. That's awesome, Snow. Thank you. What do you mean, Blue Note? Yeah, also it's Monday morning for Kylie, so she's probably having to get the kids to school. Oh, I mean, going through the window. That was an idea actually that my husband Dan came up with when we were working on poses and stuff. So I was working on drawing a bunch of different poses and trying to come up with a plan for how to get Brian Pulido's themes that he wanted. He wanted some kind of pose that shows her angry, aggressive, passionate personality in a cover. And so then and then he said possibly something to do with a cathedral, and then Dan was like, what about her crashing through cathedral windows? And so, you know, he gave us a few sceneries to possibly put her in, and then the kind of personality he wants to come out. And so, you know, trying to come up with angry, passionate, and then something to do with a cathedral. And so it all kind of came together like that. And then my first layout was her crashing through, like flying forward towards us. And then I tried another angle. So, like, in my opinion, when you've got a cover plan or you have an idea, try a few different poses or see it from a different angle. And so then this angle idea came out, and I posted my layout so you guys can see how little Brian has to go on when I send in, like, okay, so this is one of my ideas. And so but most publishers are pretty used to being able to kind of visualize from a layout where the artist is going, you know. And so from that, Brian was like, yeah, okay, let's go with that layout. I know, Dan's amazing. You know, the cover for the Justice League versus Suicide cover I did, where Harley has Wonder Woman in a chokehold, that was also Dan's idea. So, Blue Note, I've been working on this one for a little while. I did the layout and then the sketch I did on live stream on Thursday. And this was the sketch, and then I'm working on the final cover now. Oh, that's a good question, Atomic Tizzle. I think I'd want to have a dinner with Lady Death. No, Wonder Woman went crashing through in a different pose. Yeah, I'm going to be at Dragon Con. I've never done it before, so I'm looking forward to it. Thankfully, though, I found out that Jamie Tyndall's going to be there, Jason Metcalf, Jen Brummel, so there's going to be some people there that I know. A few. I don't like that. Okay. So that hand up there is done. This hand I need to shrink a little bit. I had a much bigger piece, but I'm realizing she would have, in order for her to go through there, it's too big for her to actually fit through. That's awesome, Kara. All right, and then up here I want to do the same thing, but we would be seeing it. So this is kind of the center line. I'll just have some broken glass here. Go. So there's not going to be a ton of broken glass that's still intact here because she's broken through it all, meaning that all this is going to go. Hey, Huinator. Actually gonna make that a little bit smaller too. It's too big. She has to be able to realistically fit through this break in the glass. Ultimate OTP, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. So there's just a tiny little bit of the stained glass pattern left here. And I'm guessing there would be a little bit right here as well, so I know what's there. All right, now I just need to put the bricks down at the bottom. So I have some lines for the bricks. And then it's time to start working on the actual inking. Woot! Perfect. Inking time. All right, so I'm gonna get out my favorite ink pens, and I dropped my Copic multi-liner number 1. I dropped it on the ground and I busted the tip, I'm pretty sure. Oh, actually it's not too bad. Maybe I'll be able to use it still. Let's give it a shot. Yes, Sherlock is a big cat. All right, so I'm gonna start just with some of the stone stuff, just to get my hand going with the inking, and then I'll move into working on her hair and her body. Thank you so much, Atomic Tizzle. Let's see how this pen does. Whoa. Bring this light a little bit closer. So I used rulers for all the lines when I got started, but I'm not going to use a ruler to ink it because I don't know. I don't want it to look like so perfect and sterile, basically. To me, rulers can make it look like that. And I don't want that for this piece. I want the stone to look pretty organic. You know, none of the lines are like perfectly straight, even though I did use a ruler to start with to get everything actually straight. But then my lines are not going to be perfectly straight with a ruler. Thank you so much. I just want a color. Yay! I'm glad you like the look of it. All right, now I can move into her hands and stuff. I'm feeling comfortable with the ink. So I'm gonna make her fingers pretty skinny and a little bit like knobby. I don't know if that makes sense. I want them to look like the knuckles are a lot bigger than the rest of the finger. It kind of gives it a slightly more demon look to it. Yeah, no heels on her boots. No need to apologize at all. Where's my 0.2? God damn it. That's weird. I don't know where my 0.2 pen of 0.1 brush. That's odd. All right, I'll just switch to Faber-Castell. Come on. I just need to get it going. And sometimes it takes these pens a minute to get started. Go. Come on. This is the back of the other side of her elbow. No, I didn't see the announcement card. What was it? I just want a color. That's weird. I'm on their email list. No, I definitely didn't, Blue Note. Oh, okay. Oh, it was in the live show. Okay, that's why I missed it. That's so cool. Okay, so it's coming in October. Nice. Wolf's venom. I do a lot of character design on Atomic Tizzle. Hi, Kylie. Hey, Devin. Sorry, I didn't know you were here. Thank you, Kylie. Oh, when I was looking for a pen. Sorry for missing you joining in, Devin. Thank you for being here. All right, and I want to fill in this part with black. So I'm going to use one of the pens that Snow sent and fill it in. Oh, it's a school holiday. Nice. I really like the Australian school schedule. It sounds very awesome. This is the, what I'm doing is I'm doing the risque outfit on the main page. Reason being, I am doing a little bit more of a bigger crop jacket on her main outfit, and it'll cover up background, it'll cover up some of her body, which will make it harder for me to fix afterwards. So I'm kind of doing the smaller outfit on this one. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, it's just like it's a long time. Like 9 weeks is a really, really long time. Whereas if it was broken up into smaller bits, I think they'd have more fun, appreciate it more. They'd get a bit more of a break throughout the year. It's probably just all around better. So I'm inking her body considerably thicker than I plan on inking the background so that she pops out from the background a bit more. Oh, sorry, it's the grizzly. Yay, thank you, I just want to color. I do sometimes, Blue Note. Atomic Tizzle wasn't, didn't Kirby start in his, like, 40s or 50s? I think so. Yeah, Kylie, it is, but I'm not, she's basically just in a bra and panties here. On the main version, I'll show you what I'm doing. I told Brian to think, to think Black Swan meets Metal Goth on a rampage. Basically, all I'm planning to do is put her in like a black metal feather crop jacket. So that's how it's going to be for the main version. And then I may put some black leather, like, or metal black spiky cuffs on her wrists. So it's not going to be a huge difference. This is already such a massively, intensely detailed cover. I'm not going to go nuts on her outfit this time. Though Brian did request that I give her some kind of cool outfit. And I think that the like spiky metal feather something or other will actually look pretty cool. So that's what I plan to do on her outfit. And then she's got like metal fronts to her boots. Think like shin pads, you know, some sort of spiny shin pads. And then she's got like black leather actual knee highs underneath. Oh, Atomic Kid, Jack Kirby was one of the original artists for Marvel. So he was Stan Lee's main artist guy. And so, yeah, from what I understand, he had a very late start, all things considered. I got a late start. I started in my early 30s. And then, you know, most artists that are my age have been in comics for 20 plus years already. So they've got many years on me. And of course that that really, you know, sometimes kind of freaks me out, like, shit, I just started so late. But, you know, you just got to start whenever you start. Start when you start and work as hard as you possibly can to make up for the lost time. Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to just black in some of this. Awesome, Blue Note. All right, 0.1 time again. Hopefully this is dry. All right, I'm gonna start working on the spikes and then move into her hair. I'm kind of working up towards getting to her face. The face is the part that's just like so easy to ruin. So I'm gonna work on her spikes for now. You know, there's a lot of them on YouTube. I just want to color. If you just start, you'll, you know, it never ends. Have a good one, Snow. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you could, and all the best on getting your pages done on time. That's true. I'm glad watercolor's nice and quick and easy. Have a good one, Snow. Alright, and I want it to be black in between all of these so they're like connected to a necklace. Oh, the whole thing was so difficult, Kylie. I can't even. I've gone slightly nutty professor this week for sure. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah Mabera. Yeah, the coloring is going to be really intense. And thank you for the follow, Sarah. Lady Death Witch illustration you did. Oh, is that the one with the pot? Thank you, Philip. Oh, thank you so much, DC. Hello, Adam. So she has red eyes. So there's not going to be a ton of her eyes drawn in because all she has is the pupil and then everything else is red. So I don't have to do a ton of detail on the inside of her eyes. I just pretty much leave them and it's handled in the color. Oh, Kylie, I just saw your... Have I decided if I'm coloring it? The reason why it's undecided is because I need to talk with Brian and check on some overlapping deadline situations. Oh, thank you, Kylie. That is much appreciated. Sorry, guys, about all the turning. All right, here I'm not gonna breathe. So, momentary pause on any looking up or conversing because I need to draw her mouth, and that is like make or break. And now I'm going to switch to the 0.05. Okay, it's done. I can breathe. Lay in Black, thank you for the follow. Okay. You don't think you could draw this? Yes, of course you could, Kylie. It's all about time, practice, and getting the framed perspective books. That is really the key. Telling you. I couldn't draw this 2 months ago or whenever it was that I didn't own that book, because I've studied that book, and it's not like I've honestly even had time to like go through the book. I haven't read the whole thing. I'm only reading the chapters of what it is I'm working on and how I need to figure that particular thing out. So I'm gonna always refer to that book, but when we go on vacation, I am going to actually read it cover to cover. That is my plan. Thanks for the host, Louie. See you later, DC. Oh, I don't know if I even have any humor, Devin. I like to laugh, but I'm not particularly funny myself. Hey, Keeman. I guess I do generally draw stuff that's serious, fierce, or, you know, kind of cute pinup stuff. I don't generally draw that kind of more cute style, but I'd like to. It's a good idea, Devin. There we go. Now it's time to ink hair. Whoop, whoop. And then I still need to draw her hand over there. I haven't quite finished it. I'm gonna just stretch my fingers for a second. Yeah, my hand is sore, which is weird. Yep, still working on Hellwitch. Now I'm inking it, and then tomorrow I'm going to finish out the patch and draw all the broken glass. So for anyone who's just joined in, the actual sketch is of her jumping through a stained glass window. If you notice, though, there is no broken glass on this paper. The reason why is I've decided to do the broken glass on a separate piece of paper as a patch. Because glass is see-through, and I want to have the art drawn underneath. Secondly, because I would like to put a motion blur on the whole thing, so that the glass looks like it's actually moving and flowing and coming at us. And as such, both of those things, trying to accomplish that is going to be a whole lot easier if it's on another layer. Oh, did you raid, Keeman? I am so sorry. I completely missed that. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, Keeman. How was your stream? Real Punks, thank you for the follow. Louis, no, I'm not going to Cincinnati this year. It was pretty good and very productive. That's awesome. Alright, I am going to time-lapse inking hair for fun. Cut through you. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream today. So today I am working on a Hellwitch cover for Coffin Comics. And the assignment I got was to show her passionate, angry, fierce personality in whatever pose I choose. So I chose to do a piece of her crashing through a stained glass window. So that's what she's doing here. She's like crashing through and gonna fuck shit up. Pull this back a little bit more. Oh, you got them! That's awesome, Sporty Spice! Wow, Kylie, every time, huh? Do you have deadlines today, Kylie, or is that going to work out all right for you? Okay, so you have enough time. Well, that's good. At least it's not stressful. Tony, thank you for the follow. So I'm just inking in some of her wings, otherwise I'm gonna have a hard time telling what's what. So we just finished The Office today. I think it was today, or no, it was last night we finished The Office. And in the end, I really, really enjoyed the show. And I love the way that they wrapped it all up. I thought it was quite good. And I was happy with how everyone ended up. I mean, I feel sorry for Toby, the HR guy, because he's just like, he can never catch a break. But other than that, it was really nice. Oh, hello, Fusion George. How's it going? I want some cake. Also, we're watching Stranger Things with our two older kids, and the fact that they're in an ice cream store half the time is really making me sad. I want some. Okay, that part is done. Now I can work on her hair a little bit more. It goes bad? Oh no, I'm sorry. You binged it? Yeah, my daughter Vienna binged it too, but now she's rewatching it with us, which is awesome. It seems like it's really good. Like, we've watched the first 3 episodes, I think. Yeah, 3. And it's so good. Oh my god. So most of her hair is going back behind her wings here. And I've just got a few little pieces trailing out in front. I want some. Ask Sean a comic elite, he'll tell you fed him some. Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad you like it, Fusion. Thank you. Sporty Spice, this is the Copic Multi-Liner SP number 0.1. Kagome, thank you so much for the follow. Don McTeigue, Bristol drawing board. Why do you want a drawing board? Okay, one of these ones. All right. So I'm trying to not draw every last little strand of hair because sometimes I feel like I make it over busy, over detailed. So as it goes away from her face, I'm kind of just leaving some of it blank. Not every lock of hair needs to be put in there exactly. I'm almost just doing like little tiny lines here or there to sort of guide the eye as to where I intend for the hair to go, but it's not all gonna be, you know, figured out and mapped out completely. All right, I'm just gonna set this here, water break. Okay, let's pick this back up and get back to it. Kylie's back. Thank you, Kylie. I don't feel like I do, that's for sure. Alright, so I might have a little strand coming out there. I may not. So I'm still thinking about that, if I'm going to keep it or not. So I'm just giving it a good look over. Alright, and then here is her other wing. So it's going up behind her hand a little bit. Nimacy, thank you for the follow. So, for anyone who's just started watching, I am using a Copic multi-liner in size 0.1. And I'm using the SP pen, which is just their more specialized. I'm not really sure what SP stands for. If anybody knows, feel free to like chime in right now. But it's their metal one, and it you can refill it and you can change out the nibs, which is really handy because these get funky really fast. Not that they're poor quality at all. It's just that, you know, they're so tiny, and if you drop it or you push on it too much just by use, it's handy to be able to change out the nib. So I guess because I Just Want a Color brought it up, we're going to, they're doing a new Kickstarter for Hellwitch, and it's launching in October. So maybe this cover is for then? I don't know. But honestly, that's kind of good news, so I can check in and see how quickly the colors need to be finished. Because that's kind of the situation at the moment, is I need to figure out if I am going to make it on the colors. Personally, I'm kind of inclined to see if I can get someone who is a little bit more color experienced than me to do this one, because it looks really hard. I'm so sorry about Twitch. Mine didn't buffer, but it kind of hung for a little minute there. So yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what is going on. Thanks for like powering through even though Twitch is having some issues today, everyone. I appreciate it. It's raining again here. Just started. I can hear it. Half an hour left. Thank you, Mr. E. Thank you, Kylie. Love you, hon. Have a good day. Okay. I need to make the final decision about this part. And I think I'm gonna have to pencil it in a little bit. Why do some have it done by 2 people? Yes, mystery is correct. That's why. And then some, I kind of will, I draw and ink my own work, but sometimes I'll ink it and sometimes I'm like, man, I'm gonna leave it in pencil. It really depends on the project. Okay, let's get the last of this done. right. Oh my goodness, I have 2 little curls up here. And then I can be done. Oh my god. Hair can be such a painful thing to draw. Oh my goodness. Like, my hand is sore. All right. There we go. Her hair is finished, and so I'm gonna stop the, whoops. I'm gonna stop that. All right. Gabriel, hello. Copics are fine with toothy paper. The only issue that you're gonna run into is just that they can tend to kind of stick into the toothiness, so it doesn't get as smooth of a look. Other than that, it works no problem. Daff Meow, thank you for the follow. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna get her wing in the back inked in. Oh, it wasn't working? Yay, I'm glad the hair is looking wild. It's kind of supposed to. At least in my mind, you know, it would kind of flow a little bit crazy wild like that. And then also, you know, she's coming down, so gravity's pulling her, in which case I made her hair going up behind her, because she isn't really going straight forward through the window. She's flown down and through and is heading to whoever the poor person is at the bottom that's gonna be like, fuck. Okay, and I'm using, that's your kind of Sunday service. Nice, Atomic Tizzle. I'm going to use the 0.2 again for her back wing over here. So it's connecting slightly differently on her back because we're seeing it from a different angle. So I've kind of got it looping around and coming forward a little bit, because as is her hand and her shoulder. So because it's technically connected somewhere in the back to her shoulder blade, it would come forward too. So that's why I have it coming down and forward a little bit more than that one. See you later, Cut Through You. Thank you so much for joining in today. There, I've got her wings. I have one more spike in the back here to draw that I missed. And let's get this part. I'm just going to put a thicker outline around her hair right there so that we know it's her hair. Otherwise, it can get a little confusing with the immense amount of lines that I've got going on here. Oh, that's funny, Atomic Tizzle. Okay. Maybe we can start doing her boots. That is really funny, Atomic Tizzle. So I've got her boots here, and then I'll show you guys. So I had the glass on my sketch. So this is the glass that I have in my sketch, but I've got even more drawn, but it's in blue line, so maybe you can't see it. So I just kind of copied that on a bigger piece of paper. And I'm going to have more glass than this probably, but just little specks of like little tiny pieces of glass. Think like when a windshield breaks. That small. And these will be on a separate piece of paper so that they can be colored separately. And also, I'm hoping... You know, sometimes I'll try something out and it actually doesn't look very good, even though it like looked really good in my head, which could very well be the case for this idea, but fingers crossed that it works. I'd like there to be a bit of a motion blur on the glass, which will help the glass just really, it'll bring the energy like crazy, I think. No, I've never drawn Chaotica. Oh, let's finish the wings out. I've got a little opening in her wing right here, which she has quite a bit. So I've got that right there. Thank you, Philip. All right, and then her wings are all the way back here throughout the through the other window, which I love. I'm super excited about that. I know it's ridiculous. I'm sure you guys are just like, oh my god, Dawn. It's really not earth-shattering at all. But anyway, I'm really excited that her wings trail back here, and we'll see a silhouette of the wings through the stained glass window that's by her side. Oh, that's so good to hear, Fusion George. Thank you. Alright, and then here there's broken glass. Because, you know, she's crashing through the glass window, but, you know, it's not like she would do a clean break on the entire thing. So we won't really see anything else. Like, I've got detailing on the wings here and a little bit of texture and stuff. We wouldn't see that in the stained glass window because it's just a shadow or a silhouette there, but at least it's there. And here I've got, so you're going to see a little tiny bit of the stained glass design on the pattern. I mean, on the shattered piece of glass right here. So it'll help clarify what is actually going on there. And then here, there's going to be little shards and bits that we'll see as well. There we go. And then I've got a little bit more shattered glass up here at the top. Oh, I have a little less, oh no, 10 minutes exactly. And then it's dinner time. Whoop, whoop. Guys, I really, really appreciate you hanging out with me on this this one, and I hope that you're enjoying it somewhat. This has been such a tricky cover to work on. So all of you that have been so encouraging, I really appreciate it, because I've been a little bit scared shitless trying to work on this one and figure it all out. Zoomed out look, yes. Oh, Sporty Spice, huge thank you to your daughter. Tonight is spaghetti. Yay! And it's not Lyndon's pasta perfection, so it's the one the rest of us actually like. It's like vodka pasta. Yes, it's yummy. All right, so then here is more of the wing. I want to give it a look for a little bit longer to see where exactly I'm going to put the back of the wing. All right, so here is where it's at. I haven't drawn in the last window right here. So you'll see it's currently missing, but I have the bricks in the right perspective, thank God. And then of course it's gonna be like shattered glass flying all over the place. So the background, I'm gonna, if I color it myself, I'm gonna make it pretty basic colors. Like I'm not gonna go nuts on it because there's just gonna be all the shattered glass coming out on top of it. So, it's gonna be there, but not aggressively so. I don't know how else to explain my basic plan for the rest of the background, but it's been a challenging one, but at the same time I've learned a lot, and that is something that I'm super happy about, that Brian gives me projects that are challenging and, make me have to take out my study books and learn in order to get it done. And that is so, so good. And I'm so grateful to Brian for that because, it's an action shot picture. It's not usually what I do. He has no idea if I'm going to manage to pull it off or not. So it's a lot of faith and trust in me to allow me to try this out. And, fingers crossed it turns out good. I am using artist tape, Keeman. I just get it at the art store. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you. All right, and so on the leather, it's going to be pretty rough, almost like lots and lots of straps. And then there's going to be cuts and breaks in the leather. And, wow, a lot more got done than I was expecting. No, thank you, Sheldon. I don't feel like I do. I also drank a lot of coffee today. So the key is to just do it really fast because otherwise, yeah, you're going to have a shaky hand. Really? You still haven't gotten, like, the ones that I drew, Devin? Oh, it keeps peeling off of your work. Interesting. I'm sorry. Let me see what brand the one is that I use. Oh, it's over there. Hold, please. Yeah, it's just called Pro Artist Tape, so I don't know what to say. But yeah, I got it at my local art store. Oh, you just ordered them a couple weeks ago. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Devin. All right. Well, I just received the text that dinner is ready. So let's go raid someone. But before I go, again, thank you all so much for hanging out with me on this live stream and for being with me on this entire project. You guys rock. This has been really, really fun. So this is where we're at. And I will continue working on it. I hope to be done with both versions by tomorrow. At least the line art, right? I'm not going to start coloring it yet. But anyway, thank you all so much. You rock. I hope you have a great weekend. Not weekend, but week. Start to your week. And let's see who is online. Thank you, Gabriel. Johnny Lee. Oh yeah, okay. Ink One is doing some arting. Let's go raid Ink One. Thank you guys so much. Let's go raid Ink One. He does such amazing sketches, and it looks like that's what he's doing right now. He's starting out on a sketch, and boy, he is incredible. So let's give him lots of love. Say hi to him, and I love you guys. Thank you again. Raid!